Hi, welcome back to Channel Nika. Today I'm going to show you how to plan your very own adult birthday party. DIY party planning has been very hot on the market. I know that you guys have seen some really nice pictures and videos from people planning their own birthday parties or planning one for someone else. And I just want to let you know that it is extremely easy. I'm going to break it down to you guys step by step. So go ahead and grab a pen and a piece of paper and come along. So a few months ago, I posted a video of how to plan your very own baby shower, and I also broke that down step by step as well. I'm gonna be using those same steps because I use them myself and they've proven to be extremely helpful. So starting with step one, it's always important to plan on your budget first. And the reason that we do that is because you could go out to a store or you'll see something that you like and you'll just start picking it up and then you probably won't use it. So if you have a budget in place, you allocate your money as to where it should go. So this will go for food, this will go for decor, this will go for drinks, this will go for games. Having that set out already will help you out in the long run. One way that I like to do it is set it up on a per person basis. Now, this does not mean that that person will consume that amount of money just by being present at your party. It just means the scale of the party will have to be at a certain rate for them. On the lower end of the scale, you're looking at about $50 to $80 per person. In the mid-range, you're looking at about $100 to $150 a person. And then on the higher range, you're looking at about $200 per person and up. So if you were to invite 25 people to your birthday party, it'll cost you $1,250 to do. Now, this is the lower range. And whenever you think about decor, when you think about food, drinks, and all of that stuff, it really does add up, especially during this time. So just having that that budget in mind whenever you're allocating is really, really important. For my 29th birthday, I had a Starbucks themed party. And I made sure that I set everything up just the way that I'm telling you guys. It was step by step. I started with a budget and I allocated my funds in the way that I wanted to do it. And it turned out amazing. I'm gonna post pictures right now to show you how it was. We had the cookies, we had the cake. I found little articles of decor just anywhere I went. I hired a professional balloon artist and she came and she set up the balloons in my house for a photo backdrop and also just little balloon bouquets around my apartment. I did have it in my apartment. I don't have carpet in my apartment, so it was just it was perfect. It was a perfect modern apartment. I did not have to purchase a venue or anything like that. Now, if you are purchasing a venue, I would definitely say that you'll need to upscale the per person rate. I would definitely not have to rent out a venue for the lower end of the budget, like around the 50 to 80 people, $80 per person. You'll want to come up on that budget to about $100 to $150 a person, or even more than that if you're going to accommodate a venue. Venues are expensive, and not only that, you have to deck them out to make them not look like an empty space. Step two would be to formulate your guest list. Make sure that if you tell yourself you're only going to invite 25 people, do not go over that guest count. If you know of someone who may try to invite somebody else, make sure that you put in your invitations that it is strictly, just them that you're inviting. Or if you want to add them a +1, you can do that, but make sure that you change those numbers on your guest list as well too. Step three would be to decide on the food and drink. Food and drink is something that should not be just looked over. For example, you wouldn't serve pizza at a wedding unless that's just, your thing that you want to do. Think about the way that you want your decor. Are you going for a more upscale vibe, or are you going for a more laid back, just chill type of vibe? Like, what are you doing? And make sure that your food mimics that. You don't want to lower the scale of your event based off the food that you're providing. As far as the drinks go, I'm a proponent on making sure that you have some sort of alcoholic beverage available. There are people saying that we don't need alcohol to have a good time. I totally get that. If you're that person, kudos to you. But I do know of people, a lot of people, me as an event planner and other people who needs just that little bit of extra something to become more comfortable with their environment. And it's not that they're dependent on alcohol. Hey, whenever I go to a party and I'm trying to relax, this is how I relax. So you providing that for that person, I think that they'll be grateful for that. Of course, if you know it's against your religion or anything like that, and it's not something that you want to do, then that's you. Like, I can't tell you what to do. These are just a few tips that I've used, and any party that I've thrown, people have had a really good time, or at least they've told me that they've had a really good time, and pictures prove that they've had a really good time. I do suggest some sort of alcoholic beverage, even if it's just 1 or 2 for that person. I suggest that you do that. Going to step 4, the decor. This is something that people usually put way too much emphasis on. Now, I'm not saying that it's not important, but what I am saying is that if you have like a really nice apartment, like the pictures that I've shown you, a really nice apartment or a really nice looking venue already, you don't have to splurge on the decor as much as someone would if they were simply renting out just this big, huge open space. At that point, you are gonna have to spend a lot of money, and you are gonna have to be concerned with a lot of the details for that type of venue. However, if you're in a really nice, I don't know, hotel lobby, or you're having a birthday party at the park or anything like that, the decor won't be as much of a big deal, if that makes any sense. The main thing that I would say is to definitely upscale your table. Always have a table and chairs for your guests, even if it's the standing tables, and decorate that as much as you can. Here's a picture of what I did. I just used, these are really nice paper plates that I found. I found them at Marshall's. I also used some of the wine glasses that I had, some of the shorter glasses that I had. I also found some really nice gold utensils and gold cups, and I just decked the table out. When people come in, their eyes are typically drawn directly to the table or whatever it is that's sparkling the most. And for me, my table, I want my table to sparkle. So I use a lot of glass, I use candles, I use greenery. I had a shimmery tablecloth on there. Also, if you have a photo booth, first of all, I highly suggest a photo booth, and that is a part of the decor. I highly suggest that. People love taking pictures, people love being on the gram, love uploading things to Facebook and Twitter and everything like that. So having that dedicated space for pictures is amazing. The people absolutely love that. They flock to it. Like, you know, having music playing in the background, people are able to take pictures. It's just amazing, and I feel like I'm talking way too fast, but that's like my favorite thing about going to an event is the pictures. So think about it. The last event you went to, didn't you take pictures? Did you have a place to take pictures behind? I'll wait. All right, step 5 would be to plan for the music and the games. If you're having a more upscale party, of course, hiring a DJ would be your best bet. But even then, you want to make sure that you get your song list to the DJ and let that person, you know, do your mixes and things like that for your event. If you're not having a DJ at your birthday party, what I did was I created a list on Apple Music. Some people use Amazon or even Pandora, even YouTube. What I did was I had a list already ready to go. I had over 100 party songs. I sent the list over to my sister. I had her upload some, not upload, but I had her select some songs for me. I had some of my friends select songs for me, and we just together compiled this really bulky list of music that was gonna play the entire night. And it kind of started with, you know, more subtle music, and then it went into more dance type music. We did some old school jams on there. We did some more modern hits and things like that on there for the rest of the night, and it was just perfect. So your mood is really set by the music that you hear, I noticed. And so if you have a really good playlist, play that list and let people get loose and let people have fun at your party with that music. As games goes, you really don't have to plan for too many games, and some people actually don't have any games whatsoever at their birthday party, at adult birthday parties. But games like Heads Up, that the little game on your phone where you're like choosing, it's kind of like charades, sort of. So that game Heads Up. There's also Scattergories. There's also a game that I like to play. It's basically to see who knows the birthday girl or the birthday boy the best. It's basically, you have like, what is her favorite color? What's her favorite thing to do? What's her favorite blah, blah, blah. And whoever gets the most correct on that list, they get a prize. And my prizes were little Starbucks cups with a gift card in there. And I think I also put candy in there, I'm not sure. It's just a cute little way to give people a little parting gift. It's also a way to break the ice and get people talking to each other. Forgot, as a part of the decor, you also want to think about invitations. No one is really sending out paper invitations anymore. However, if you're that person, more power to you. However, we're in a digital age and I'm a strong believer in doing things digitally. So what you can do is take a picture of the birthday person. You'll have a picture of yourself, and then you can create an invitation in a text message and send that out to your friends and your family or whoever you're inviting. So I definitely think, hey, you have their number, shoot them a text, let them see your invitation, and they can reply immediately to that instead of having to go see something on social media and then RSVP a different way. Birthday parties are usually planned on either a Friday night and sometimes on Saturdays. Saturdays are typically reserved for weddings and funerals. I'm sorry to tell you, but yeah, Saturdays are typically reserved for that. Friday night, when people are off work, that's really the time that they want to just let loose and party and have a good time. They can sleep in on Saturday. It's almost perfect. Now, if you are wanting to do a Saturday party, make sure that people in your family aren't doing anything on that Saturday. Like, there's not a wedding going on, or there's not a birthday party for an elderly member of your family going on. Also, make sure that there's not a baby shower going on. So just keeping that in mind as far as the date is very pertinent. I know right now we're in quarantine, and so there's not too much going on right now. However, just keeping that in mind for the future, you know, making sure that there's not a graduation happening and you know, something like that. You don't want to run into that. Also, venues do charge more, or they typically charge more for venues that are in high demand, like for that season. So you have wedding season that's typically in the spring, and they will upcharge for those weekends. You also have graduations that take place in the early summer and in the fall. Well, the fall semester ends in December. So just keeping that in mind before you plan for your birthday party. And some people just, you know, me personally, I don't care what's going on unless, you know, it's something in my family. I don't really care what's going on with everybody else. I'll pay the price that I have to pay. It is what it is. And I'll do what I have to do. I really hope that you enjoyed these tips. If I left anything off, you guys please let me know in the description box below. I really appreciate you guys coming to my channel. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. I'm going to upload these how-to videos. I have a plethora of knowledge and information that I'm just willing to share with you guys. I'm excited that I get to share this information with you all. Let me know how your birthday party plans are going, and also let me know how your birthday went. Bye, you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.